This is a Welcome to Plathville, Where Are They Now? September 2024 update. Let's catch up with Ethan, Moriah, Olivia, Moriah, Lydia, and the rest of the Plath family now. Let's start with the fact that some fans have gone full-on crazy and are convinced that Micah's new girlfriend, Veronica, was born a man. Perhaps Veronica's fears about going public was actually warranted, and yes, she's tall, but, Veronica is simply put being bullied in some type of unprecedented way by the fan base for Welcome to Plathville. There was even someone in my comments on a recap going on and on and on about how they thought Veronica was a man who transitioned and that they knew her family. Either way, Veronica and Ethan have now created a joint account, and Veronica defended herself from the claims by posting pictures of herself as a little girl to prove her gender. And she said, "Sharing a glimpse of my younger self to show those who try and attack me who they are making rumors about. As an advocate against all forms of bullying, I stand firm in rejecting cruelty and prejudice. Everyone deserves respect and dignity. I will always fight for these principles and look forward to the day when we can all uphold these values together." Obviously, I'm Team Veronica in this. She does not deserve that. And the Plath definitely reposted this post in support of her as well. Micah and Veronica are still very much an item, and they were recently at a restaurant with, and this was very random, Big Ed from 90 Day Fiancé, and they ordered a huge hot dog. So, kind of funny there. Next, let's talk about Moriah Plath. We finally found out that Moriah's mystery boyfriend that we knew nothing about at all, well, apparently he could have had a secret family, which is probably why he was inconsistent with her and did not want to go public. I mean, that is terrible. I feel so bad for Moriah. He, in the end, was the inspiration for Mariah's super sad songs on her new album. She thought she was in love, but she was getting played. It's a tale as old as time, but poor Moriah did not deserve any of that. Moriah Plath has also recently deleted all of her Instagram posts for an unknown reason. Maybe she's taking a break from social media now that this information has been released. She doesn't want hate in the comments. People can be vicious out there, but I mean, clearly she had no idea what was going on. Mariah's ex, do you guys remember Max? You may remember him from earlier seasons. He famously, also kind of betrayed Moriah, so Moriah's having kind of a rough go with men, honestly. So, Max just had a baby boy in July. His name, I believe, is Captain with a K. Yes, people, it is a very unique name. Never heard of that, a baby called Captain before, but Max has a whole family now. He's definitely moved on. I think he's married. As for Olivia Plath, she seems to have cut her hair a bit, maybe a fresh start. She recently went to Canada on a camping trip with her sister, Lydia. They went to Alberta, and she definitely has a new man. She says we'll see more of that at the end of the season, and that he was actually another vendor at a wedding she was working at. As you may know, Olivia is a wedding photographer, and she's pretty successful, and she travels around to take photos at weddings. I think this is the East Coast boy, and they are still seeing each other to this day. It was confirmed by an interview she did with Us Weekly. She also said during that interview that she has watched, I think, the first episode this season, and that she probably recommends that Ethan get therapy, basically. She also still does not have a relationship with her own parents. She says that they're still deep in the fundamentalist world. And Olivia recently posted a slew of images from late summer, And she's just been kind of doing her thing, free as a bird from the Plath family, but still using the Plath last name, which fans sometimes question with her as to why she keeps the name. But in the interview, she says that, that's been her name her whole adult life, so she's gonna go with it for now. Olivia is such a polarizing figure on the show. Either fans love her or hate her. Let me know what team you're on with Olivia. Do you like her? Do you not like her? And let me know why. Lydia Plath, meanwhile, she says she has the travel bug, and she does. She's still traveling. She was recently in Colorado hiking and at Yosemite National Park with Isaac. She also definitely hard launched a new relationship, but only showed hands. And fans got a little too excited because they thought they'd spotted an engagement ring, but it's the wrong hand, people. And she actually had to post a video explaining that this is not an engagement ring, it's a purity ring. She's still singing a lot and doing karaoke and stuff. Let's remember, the Plaths are definitely a musical family. And Ethan Plath right now is on a super long motorcycle trip. He said, well, for better or worse, here I go. Minnesota to Maine, Maine to California, and back. Wish me luck. So Ethan is actually going coast to coast on his motorcycle. I mean, he's very brave. He stopped to visit Isaac at one point, and fans basically are calling him out. They're hoping that he's not going to California to try to talk to Olivia or anything like that. And he has made it to California in the end with only this tiny back in the back. And now he has ripped jeans on the butt somehow. And the only thing that went wrong, it seems, is that I think he needed new tires at one point, and these people at a motorcycle shop helped him. This trip is probably kind of a reset for Ethan, just to get centered again. We know that Ethan loves cars, motorcycles, all that stuff. So let's hope that he comes back rejuvenated and back to himself. Ethan recently posted, over 10,000 miles after leaving Minnesota, I finally made it to the West Coast in California. And yes, my jeans show the miles. Laughing emoji. And Micah wrote underneath, proud of you, Ethan. If you ever want to go again, let's do it together. So I think this is like a really awesome thing that Ethan is doing. And all the Plaths are really seeing the world right now, or is it just me? Isaac is renovating something for his lawn care or lawn business or something, and he's also a pilot. Say what you want, but the Plath kids, I think, are doing pretty good for themselves. I mean, Moriah, yes, is having kind of a rough go with her relationships, but overall, they turned out pretty good. Let me know what you thought about what the Plath kids are up to. Still no mention of Kim Plath's DUI on the show. They talk about everything else, but they must have just decided not to talk about it, I'm guessing. But let me know what you think of the season so far and what you think about what the kids are up to in 2024. All right, guys. Bye.